we streaming?
Yeah, we should be.
Hi, Diana. Just going to give folks a minute. Hi, homesteading housewife.
You guys hear us okay?
Hey, Mud Pie. The camera's doing something funny. Hey, Leah. Oh.
Hey. Shh.
There's no one here.
Hey, Louise Ann, that's the Hesperia group.
Oh, yeah? No kidding.
Yeah.
He was just telling me that he found out you lived in Hesperia. That's so cool. Hey, Bandana. So we'll be out that way Easter weekend. But, okay, great. Hey, Laura.
Thank you, Mud Pie. Video quality's okay? Because it's doing a little bit weird stuff on our end. But.
Yeah, it is. Like jumping in and out. Oh, fun. But we thought that we would try live streaming every Tuesday and see how it goes. If we like it, if you guys like it. Hi, Shelly. And what were we thinking that we would do? Some just general updates on kind of our goals for the year. How are we doing on those? So try to always just be transparent with you guys. And maybe some insider things that we aren't ready to talk about yet on YouTube or haven't made a video about, but give you guys an idea of kind of some new things that others might not know. And that's probably the majority of it. And then just get feedback. How are you guys liking the channel? If you know, we have such little content out there, but if you guys have already seen something that you'd like to see more of or haven't seen anything that you'd like to see some of, we're just looking for good feedback opportunities too.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, our videos are always like you can communicate in one direction, but live streams you guys can talk and we can talk and we can actually have a conversation, so that's something that's important to us.
Love the potatoes. No, that was terrible. But you know what? It was such a great video because I got such good feedback. I totally know what to do now. I need to get down there and do it. Hey, YB. I'll probably do an update video and show you guys basically from all the great feedback that I got what I'm going to do. So those are kind of actually good videos to post when you have, thanks, Leah, when you are struggling with something, to use the YouTube forum to get your solution. It's working for us. But yeah, so we'll get into some updates. If you watched our goals video, I had a lot of them, and I was very transparent that I know I'm not going to accomplish everything, and I know that there will likely be things that fall off the list and new things come on the list. And it's not even the last day of January and that's already happening. So, kind of in the personal-ish goal area, one of our goals was, it's just us for the most time in the house. We have one of our children still left at home, but she's busy with work and she's a competitive dancer, school activities, church activities, so she's rarely home at dinner time. So when it comes to cooking dinner, one of our goals was to be purposeful and at least cook ourselves a nice meal 3 times a week, because otherwise we'd live on cereal or scrambled eggs and toast. Yeah. And hey, Food Forest. And we did it really well. Right, it's January, but last week we slipped a little bit. So a trick for me that I'm going to make work, because I just started it this week, is, being purposeful about what I pull out of the freezer to thaw. So far we cooked up some stew meat and veggies and rice tonight, and I have a couple lamb shanks that were gifted to us because we would never buy lamb shanks for ourselves.
Yeah.
To thaw and cook, but hopefully that works. Oh, YB, I got my maple syrup tapping supplies in the mail yesterday. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. But now February looks like it's going to be freezing the whole month, so I have to wait a whole nother month. What are you going to do? So that was one goal. Another goal was, to feel free to jump in, or I'll just
sure.
talk.
You will.
Another goal was to produce more on the homestead and try to consume less. So bringing less into the home and anyway, producing more. And you typically, when you think about that, you think about your garden and your harvest time. But being that it's winter, there's a lot of things that I decided I really wanted to focus on for the winter months. How many tabs? Oh, YB, I got 10. I know I have at least 6 maple trees on the property, and I believe some of them are big enough that I can tap a couple times. But about producing and consuming less and producing more. So if you haven't seen our video, we did get our soap made, and I'll probably do one more batch, and then I'll be good for the year. And I made my first successful batch of kombucha. So there's something I don't have to buy anymore. So that's a good thing. Made my deodorant, and my deodorant lasts me a long time. For consuming less, decided this year to really focus on paper products, bringing less in the house. So we have like our last little, you're going to show our kombucha? Yeah, so play it so they can see the bubbles. Can you play it?
Yeah, we'll try.
Look at those bubbles. It totally worked. Isn't that cool? Just fizzing and fizzing. So I made a pomegranate kombucha and a pear kombucha. And the pomegranate was with a black tea initial ferment, and that pear was with a green tea initial ferment. So that's cool. And is my sister on here?
No, sorry.
I can't see. I thought I saw it's Kimmy.
No.
Did you scroll down?
VS Farm, hi.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I think we're not scrolled down all the way. Yeah, we are. Okay.
Yep, we are.
It was my sister on Instagram. But paper products. So got my fabric napkins and to replace our paper towels. And also paper plates. Were terrible at using paper plates, just so we don't have to wash so many dishes. Laura, making what? The kombucha? If that's what you're asking, I didn't. I wanted to, but that same week, there was like 3 people, at least in the community of YouTubers that I follow, that did a kombucha video. And I don't really know what the standards are for producing similar content. So I told Todd, he's like, don't you want to make a video on it? I was like, no, Patty Alderman already did it. Don't Eat the Grass already did it. Like, so many people had just made a kombucha video. So I figure there's a lot of good content out there that, I'm a first timer. So I'm sure somebody out there that's been doing it for a while is a lot smarter than me.
I think we definitely should, though, because
What?
I'm just laughing at people's comments.
Oh.
I think we definitely, if you make round 2, I think it's definitely a good video to make, because everybody has different things that they do differently. So
yeah, maybe
somebody might learn from it.
Okay, maybe I'll do it. Anyway, back on the paper plates. I thought we would go without. And guys, like I was doing dishes every single day. and that's unusual for us. Um, we might use a glass or two and have a fork or two in the sink, but um, so to compromise, I found a producer that makes compostable paper plates. So win-win, right? And they're made from bamboo waste and like
Sugar
sugarcane
cane, yeah.
waste. So it's like waste products that I can use when I need convenience. I know I'm not going to try to go all the way back to using paper plates, but then I can use them like in the garden or the forest as weed barrier and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So I'm waiting for those to come. I think that they get delivered tomorrow. And maybe I'll do an unboxing because it's a really cool brand that I just found that sells a lot of organic products very cheap. And you guys might be interested in it. There are no content rules on that because everyone does it differently.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm very cautious because I think one of my goals, there's been a lot of goals conversation about what are your goals for your YouTube channel and things like that that I've seen going around on Facebook and stuff. And honestly, one of my goals is to be respected by our peers. Like I don't ever want to be not respected by you all that have channels or the people that we follow. So I just want to always be cautious.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want to, nor do we want to ever appear that we're being copycats.
Yeah, I don't want to get into a Swedish butter knife issue like with Swedish Homestead and Wrangler Star.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of that was
Right.
real, but it was perceived that something weird going on. So
Yeah.
we don't want to go there.
Right.
We just want to be us and do what we do. And
okay, so another goal. Tell them about the bees.
yes, bees. We want to. One of our goals this year was to add bees to the homestead because I don't have my glasses on, so you have
That's
to
what I'm
read
reading.
comments for me. We had some pollination issues in our garden last year, so we go through a lot of honey. I don't know how many gallons of honey per year we go through, but it's a lot. So we want to add bees for a number of reasons. We got some boxes.
Some hive boxes.
Some hive boxes, and we found a couple of people online, local here to us in Michigan, who sell nucleus colonies. But they're selling out fast, as in like you want bees this year. I hope you already ordered them because a lot of them are pre-ordering and they're going away fast. We found a local guy my mom hooked us up with who is actually probably 5 miles down the road from us. We called him the other day. I don't know if you saw our video the other day. He has 19 hives in his backyard, and we were supposed to be getting bees from him this year, but they are pretty much all dead.
18, dead or left, right?
Well, yeah, they're empty.
Yeah.
19 hives, 18 of them are empty. So getting bees from him is out of the question. I did find another gentleman today, local here in southeast Michigan, who has nucleus colonies. We're going to hook up with him.
And he did say that he had them and we could buy them.
Yes, and they overwintered here in Michigan, which is what we want. We don't want. I would prefer to not have bees that were shipped up to Michigan and Georgia in the spring.
Hey, Wolf Creek, where are you at? If you let me know where you're at, I'll try to send you a couple of these links that Todd has of the bee people in Michigan that we're finding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Anyway, so we're on track with bees.
Yep, I got a new bee guy lined up. He wants like a $30 deposit for a new colony, and then a frame exchange. So I'm going to send that deposit off to him tomorrow, and we'll at least get one nucleus colony here this year, and do some videos about like first-time bee owners and how is this, what's it like?
Yeah. Hi, Mountain Mama. So that was bees. One of our next projects was to start fencing phase 1. And the first process of that to be able to start our fencing phase 1 was to get our land survey done so we know where our lines are. So actually have a contract now with a survey company to do that. This is where the first goal on the list has to fall off. So hey, Flip Flop, we were, I think, not quite informed how expensive land surveys are. So in order to be able to, afford that and not cause any strain or whatever, the bathroom renovation has to come off the list. I'm so sad because I posted that cute inspiration picture on Instagram. If you guys follow us on Instagram, and it was my dream bathroom. And it's down.
Yeah, I'm finding a picture.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, that was going to be my bathroom. So sad. So it'll have to wait till maybe next year, and that's okay, because really this fencing is a significant priority for us, and the bathroom is just a want and not a need. So sometimes you have to make those decisions, being a grown-up.
Yep.
Pigs. You guys know that's my most exciting goal of the year. So we started preparation to receive our pigs. So what did we do this last weekend?
No, you don't want to know. I think my hands are still.
Yeah.
So we did have in fact, I think I have a quick picture here that I can share. The previous owners of our property had a paddock they built out back for a horse. And basically it's about, perimeter-wise, I think it's about pretty close to 500 feet from a perimeter perspective of fencing with high tensile wire, 5 strands that went all the way around the whole thing. And the top, middle, bottom were electric, with a little solar charger, which was, I think, dead or grounded, or there's some wires broke somewhere.
Good night, Food Forest.
Yeah, good night. Thanks for coming by. We want to recycle this paddock, basically, and turn it into a place to store other livestock, pigs, goats, different things as a home for them. And in order to do that, we needed to, 2 things: remove all that wire that was all the way around it already, so that we can put up some fresh woven wire fencing. So we went out, what was it, Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday it was nice out.
Yeah, Sunday it was like 47, 48 degrees out. We decided, let's go out and pull all this wire off. So we went out there with some cutters, started cutting wire, pulling ratchets off, pulling the wire off. And then once you pull off, like 60 feet of wire, what are you going to do with it? Well, you need to coil it up, because we want to be able to reuse this stuff someday if we can. So you start coiling it up and do a little ball, and then boom, when it comes undone and the wire flings everywhere, and you start over again, and you're coiling it and coiling it.
Yeah, that stuff is
and
tough.
It's strong.
It's tough. So.
That high tensile wire, I don't know if it's about 1/8 of an inch, or
I don't know. We figure we rolled over a half a mile of high tensile fencing wire.
Yeah. So it's almost 500 feet times 5 strands is 2,500 or so feet of wire that we.
Anyway, it's done.
Coiled, and it's done.
The posts are empty. We did buy Saturday our paddock fencing for receiving the pigs and something else. And this is why it's going to be fun to be on our live streams, because you guys are going to know what no one else knows. And we have 2 baby goats coming. So this was supposed to be, I'm going to tell you guys cybersecurity is legit because this was supposed to be a birthday present for my daughter. Not really, because I really want the goats for dairy purposes, but she's been begging and begging for goats because she sees, other than our laying hens, all the animals that come on to the property end up leaving the property and going to freezer camp. So show them the next one. So we got 2 sweet baby goats coming, Nubians, and we'll get them in April. And anyway, so what I was saying about cybersecurity, you got to watch what groups you're in on Facebook and what their security settings are, privacy settings. Because she comes home and she goes, I know what you're getting me for Christmas. I'm like, how do you know what? You have no idea.
For your birthday.
Or for her birthday. Because her birthday's in April. I'm like, there's no possible way. She had screenshotted my conversation because it said Rachel Stafford said this to so-and-so about goats. And she's like, what's Mom talking about goats about? Anyway, so watch, if you're trying to keep a secret, you gotta watch those settings on those Facebook groups. Grandpa's Farm. We are putting up, it's red brand, no climb fencing for half of it for the goat side. And then for the other half, for the pigs, what did we buy? I think it's just red brand field fencing.
Red brand, but field fencing.
Field fencing.
So the top is probably 4x4, and then the bottom is smaller.
Yeah, like 2 by something.
But they're both woven wire.
Yeah.
And we do plan on adding
electrical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On the goat side, we're going to use that, recycle some of that high tensile wire that we pulled off over the paddock already around the top for the goat side of the paddock.
Yeah, I would say, and this is where this community comes into to be such a blessing and a benefit, because I'm a first-time goat owner, and Jenna over at Flip Flop Barnyard was so kind to just sit down and have a conversation with me about our setup and how we're thinking about managing the goats and moving them through the pasture, and me having significant worries about maintaining them and securing them, because we both do work full time and we all hear the horror stories about these little escape artists. So yeah, I know about the electric fencing. I've seen folks use it, like Art and Bree use it for their goats. I think I'm just, and we talked about this, me and Jenna, I think I'm just worried about it grounding out. It's just a fear of mine. I'm just going to have to, I'll probably get it for the pigs and try it with them to rotate them through the pasture. But I think until I see it work and I'm confident in it, I don't know that I feel confident with my goats in it yet.
It would be pretty weird for our neighbors to call us at like 2:00 in the afternoon and say, hey, your goats are in my backyard.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that to people.
Right. I think that's most of the goal updates, other than I had a silly one that for some reason I thought I was going to take it serious and get fit. I'm not doing nothing. Maybe I will at some point in time, but I haven't done anything yet. Well, I take that back. One day I did something.
Yes, they're very short, Noah's Ark.
What do you say? Those are very short farm dogs, yes.
They aren't much of a farm dog. They go outside and bark at the squirrels and bark at the chickens. They thought they were really tough this year until we let our chickens out one day, and our chickens put these little dogs in their place.
Yeah, they tried to like act all tough with the chickens until the chickens came and started pecking at them. And Hey Pratt, hey Mike, I hope Jenny's resting. Oh, bless her heart. I'm glad you went out and got her medicine for her. If you guys don't know, Jenny over at Pratt Family Homestead had surgery yesterday, so keep praying for her quick recovery. So that was goals.
And Aunties Pantry, hello.
Hey, Angie, glad you're here. I didn't even see her. Oh, there she is. Hey, okay. But we wanted to talk about too, just give you guys a YouTube update because it was a really, really, really big deal for us to. Oh, good. Shh, everybody, Jenny's sleeping. It was a really big deal. I'll talk quietly, Mike. A really big deal for us to start our YouTube channel.
Yeah, it was.
Just for me, because I am extremely, extremely introverted. And even though I talk and talk and talk, it's probably a nervous reaction. And probably lack a little bit of confidence that we would even have anything to offer, could compare to, you know, Mike and Jenny and people that we watch and admire. But anyway, that being said, we went ahead and bit the bullet, and it has been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it really has.
30 days.
30 days
January
today.
1st is when we started.
So basically 1 month, you know, 4 weeks ago today, yesterday, we launched our channel. And the growth and the engagement from our friends over there and in the comments has been tremendous. And I think the challenging parts are learning how to edit. Lots of introverts do good on video. I'm not. Learning how to edit, and also I think learning our style. When we first started going out on with our videos, I was like, is that us? Like,
I still don't think it's us.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be something that evolves over time. Just learning our style and how we want to represent.
And I think the only way that comes out is just over time.
Practice.
Just more videos, more videos.
Because it was, if you notice at first, it was a lot of just stand still, I'm going to do something, or I'm going to talk. And it was very one-dimensional, I think. And now we're practicing a little bit more. You're going to see us over the next few videos. What we're practicing now is like kind of like what you see more standardly on vlogs and stuff like that, where they're taking you with them to do something. And that's a real challenge, to learn how to video while you're on the move, while you're doing things.
Yep.
And then for me, doing that one solo shot that I did about Homestead and Faith Beginnings, that was the first time I ever did a video all by myself without him helping me. So it's kind of like, I don't want to always have to depend on him to be able to produce content, because he has a lot of things going on right now. He's very, very busy at work. So to ask him when he gets home at 7 o'clock, hey, can we make a video? That's just not fair all the time. And I don't want it to ever become a burden. So, but the biggest thing is for you. Hey, Bob Homestead, Tony Baloney, 24 watching now. Yay.
Yeah, please click the thumbs up for us.
Yeah, we don't have any mods. I don't even know how that stuff works. So
yeah, our moderator is at a meeting tonight. He's typically our son, takes care of it for us, and he's stuck in a meeting at school tonight. So
the more you think, the more it comes second nature. Editing sucks. Yes. The one good thing is I'm learning to do some of the editing, so I can help.
Yeah. Yeah, she's doing a lot of the first pass, low-hanging fruit, cut out what's not good. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it comes from filming, too. I mean, it's easier to edit when you film to edit. you
Oh
know?
yeah, we're learning that too. Just like if we know that we're gonna go do something outside, or like I know I need to make, for example, kombucha. If I need to make a video on that, what do we want it to look like, and then what are the sequence that you would want to shoot in?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a learning progress for us. So just hang in there with us
Yeah,
while
please
we
do.
figure it out, because it's gonna be. I think you're on. Okay, thanks, Angie. Um,
The dogs need cuddles,
what is
right?
our live stream setup? How do you mean, Grandpa's Farm? So we're on a Mac using just the Mac camera. It's sitting on an ottoman. We're sitting on the ground, and we are using OSB.
Yeah. OBS is
OBS.
OBS is the stream engines that we're using. If you hit me up, like shoot me a message on either YouTube or our email, and I can help you with some live stream stuff if you need it. My normal day job, I work in IT, so I do computer support all day, every day. Um, so I can probably help you out if you need help with that.
Yeah, so that's kind of our YouTube. We're trying to get about 2 or 3 videos out a week. I'd like to figure out, without putting too much pressure on us, just get comfortable with like what days those would be on. And that's been a challenge. Hey, Aim High, I saw you put a video out today. I had a crazy busy day at work today, but I can't wait to watch it. So hold tight. I'm going to come watch. If you guys haven't followed Aim High, if you haven't followed Crepe Myrtle Homestead, brand new channels this week. So go check them out. Give them lots of love like you gave us love. Um, so I can't wait to come see what and watch you guys grow too. That's going to be fun. Um, the that was
So video where we've been, video where we're going. We have a couple things in the works that we're working on with a couple of other channels.
some collaborations are coming up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if we can really. No, I don't really want to discuss the details of what they're about yet at this point. Um,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take away from what they're doing.
right. Um, let's see. Where were we?
Oh, so we're doing a collab with the Texas Boys. I think that comes out in March. So we have time on that. We just got tagged by Becker's Backyard Homestead, so hopefully we'll get that out this week.
Yep.
And Little Mountain Ranch reached out to us to ask us to participate, and I think that one's public. It was her and Mindy over at Life Goes North did a "What does homesteading mean to you?" And she reached out and asked if we would want to submit a video for that.
Yep.
So that's due tomorrow. So we don't
Gosh.
have it done yet. So we've got to sit down in a chair probably tonight. And it's only 60 seconds long. So how hard can that be? Oh, you
Yeah.
lost my chat.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
But in other videos, we have a list. We have a long list. We have probably 40 different ideas and things that we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
When will they come out? What will be next? We have no idea.
No, because so much of it just depends on, especially when it's projects outside, how the weather is. And, I want to do, I had a really, really good response to the personal videos. So I have a couple of ideas to just share a little bit more about my story. Or just in more of encouragement type videos. I know I want to do a potato update. That's an easy one. The big one that I want to get out, that I've been telling him, we have to do this because we have to do this for me because it's driving me crazy. And that is, when we moved into this house, we went and bought a chest freezer because the refrigerator in this house, yes, I do pressure canning Angie's Pantry. The freezer in this house, or, refrigerator freezer thing, is tiny. So we went and bought a chest freezer. Plus, we knew we were going to be butchering chickens and all that kind of good stuff. So we needed the space. But we just moved literally all of our stuff from the other house, dumped it in the chest freezer, and just piled like all the produce from the garden, all the chickens, the turkeys, all that stuff in there. And now it's like this turkey avalanche and chicken avalanche that happens every time I need to get something out. I can't find my peas. I don't know what's in there.
Yeah, a lot of the vegetables are on the bottom and the fruit's on the bottom, and then there's 14 chickens on top and 2 turkeys.
Yeah. So I know that there's like meat at the bottom that I need to bring to the top, and just I need to get that freezer situation organized. So, and I want to be able to create this like maintenance model where there's like an inventory checklist that sits on top of the freezer that I know what's in there, what's not in there. And oh, good night, Flip Flop. Thanks for stopping in so much.
Better. Yes, I tried to block him back there.
Driving me crazy. Those 2 little things back there. Oh, Lord. That's a big one that's on my to-do list. He just got new garage lights. I think that would be an easy one to do coming up soon. Don't know when, though. I don't want to put any pressure on him. But that's a good man thing. Do you know like 70% of our viewers are women? What's all the men that like to homestead? What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
But do you guys have any questions for us, or advice, or opinions? I'd like to hear.
Seemed like there was another question. Do you do pressure canning? We answered that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I just did a turkey up, made stock, canned up the breast.
Yeah, and I think Papa was asking camera-wise, so like our live stream, like we said, this is a MacBook Air with the built-in FaceTime camera that's on it, and most of our videos that we've published, we've just shot on our cell phone.
Yeah, it's just our cell phone.
Samsung Galaxy Note 8. I do have a non-professional background in photography. So we have some other camera equipment that we can start using, but
it's just bulky.
It's bulky and it's intimidating to me, and I've messed with it before and I just get frustrated.
Intimidating from a videoing perspective, because you're totally a natural at photography.
Yeah, photography I can do. You switch the little knob on the top to video mode, and I lose it. Thank you, Angie.
Leah, I want so badly to go to the conference in October. So, but the thing is if I go, I'm probably going by myself, because that's when he wants to do his fishing trip this year. So we kind of joked, okay, fine, you go to the fishing trip, I'll go to Homesteaders of America conference. But if you're 90% introvert, Leah, that to go to a great big huge place by yourself is intimidating. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go, maybe I won't go. Yeah, I would like to.
It's also outage time at work, so I'll be.
Oh yeah.
It'll be hard for me to get away in October.
Yeah. Hey, Southern Art, glad to have you here.
Yeah, welcome.
What else? Okay, I want to say this is something that I'd like to start doing, is for everybody to shout out the best video you saw on YouTube so far within the last week. So in case one of us hasn't gone and seen it or would like to go check it out, what was your favorite? And I have to say, mine hands down was from this morning. And maybe it's because it's most fresh in my mind. But we follow both Lumna Acres and we follow Pure Living for Life. And if you don't know, there's this little oops that Pure Living for Life had. And I really think it was probably an oops, that there was a level of frustration there, or someone had a bad day. But Lumna Acres did a response to Pure Living for Life this morning. It is phenomenal. If you have not checked it out, go check it out. It is so good. I'm just kidding about the new homesteading men. I'm telling you, I'm starting to wonder. There must only be 30% of the homesteading community is men. That must be it. My potato video. I think people... Mike Pratt called it the basement video.
Oh, yeah.
But how about you guys? Did you guys see any fantastic, good videos this week on YouTube? Because I'm always looking for. We follow so many of y'all and so many people that we don't even have cable. We just YouTube is our TV.
Yep.
So I tease when Tangie's taking next week off from her live stream. I'm like, what's my Monday night programming then?
Yeah. Yeah, and Grandpa's Farm, I definitely agree. I don't know.
Oh, that was a good one, the new baby goats.
Yeah, I don't know what Alyssa was getting after with that. I think she was trying to communicate one thing and maybe not something else. I'm trying to give them. We've been following Pure Living for Life. I think we were maybe subscriber number 200.
Really? That long ago?
Way back.
Yeah.
Not always the best videos, but we typically watch just about all of them.
Yeah.
We learned some stuff from them, what to do, what not to do, just like any other channel. But
I think at the time when we started watching them, if you remember in our live stream, I was saying when we started this journey, it wasn't even necessarily to do the homesteading thing. It was just about being self-sufficient, and it was about not being dependent on the systems that are readily available, whatever that is. So, we were following a lot of folks that were doing the off-grid thing, and we were following a lot of the folks that were homesteading and trying to figure out what is this, what does being self-sufficient look like and mean to us. And okay, Mike, I get your point. And so that's when we started following Pure Living for Life, was from an off-grid homesteading perspective. So New York City. I can't do it like him. New York. From Island that does permaculture. She shares something. Do you... Flying versus Farm, if you know what the channel's name is, please put it in here.
We might have watched her before. There was a lady from Ireland that I've watched a couple times.
Really?
Huge food forest.
Oh, that's cool. You know who I really like that's over that way from a gardening perspective is Charles Dowding. If you guys haven't caught any of his videos, number one, if you need to take a nap, he can put you to sleep really easy with his tone of voice. It's so mellow. Talks so lovely, but he has a wonderful methods for no-till gardening, which is really a big desire of ours. What's he saying? I thought Deep South Homestead did a good video today. Makes you think. What was it about, Angie? Hey, Crepe Myrtle, I know. So Leah, the thing is up here in Michigan, you cannot get a king cake to save your life. I've said ever since I moved away from Louisiana that I was going to make a king cake, and I never have. So if you want to send me anything, send me a king cake.
Was there anything else from your list? What you want to talk about tonight?
Hi, Valerie. From my list? No, yeah. I don't think so. Okay. I made a list. You guys know about my list. I got lists for everything. So I had a list of what to talk about on the live show, and I left it at work.
Yeah, she came to work today, or we actually work together. And she showed up at work today at lunchtime. We're having lunch together, and she was like, "So do you want to live stream tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, pulls out a list out of her purse. She goes, okay, here's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm like,
so he said, well, what would I have, what if I would have said no? Would that have stayed in your purse? I'm like, well, yeah, I would have just not brought it out. Danny's porch times are great.
Yeah.
We tease sometimes when he gets on his conspiracy theory rants, but they're fun to watch. I don't know. I think I can't get my head off pigs, so there is a wonderful baby pigs available over in Jackson area from an Amish family. That's not too far from us, and a really good deal. And I want to hurry up and get this paddock done so I can get my pigs. Awesome. We'll be out that way, Angie, around Easter. We have a cabin in Hesperia, Michigan.
It's about 1 hour north of Grand Rapids. So we're there in the summer at least once a month, if not twice a month.
Okay, I'm going to go watch that Doug and Stacey one. She did another one recently that I noticed. Aren't those... Did you guys see the things that they're making? I think they made like 49 or 50 of these little window box greenhouse. What did they call those?
Doug and Stacey?
Yeah, they're making these products now that you can buy that are like little like winter greenhouses. They look so nice. Yeah, I've looked Noah's Ark. There's no one here that's selling, not anything that I'm looking for from a cheap feeder pig perspective. Yeah, they'll sell the Berkshires for, or Herefords for $200. I'm not paying $200 for a pig just to raise and harvest. So good news too that I did talk about with Flip Flop Barnyard on. I've got an opportunity to get, and if you haven't thought about this for feeding your animals, there's a lot of pop-up breweries coming around, and you can get their spent grain and use that as free feed for many of your animals. It's good for cows, it's good for goats, decent for pigs. Now it won't cover all their feed needs, but I have the ability to go and get 500 pounds a week of free feed. They want people to come and pick this up. So look in your areas for those little microbreweries where they're brewing their own, and they need somebody to come and take this stuff from them. You just have to be able to use it. Have a great night. Thanks, Southern Arc. I was so glad that you were able to come. I know that we are planning, Mike and them are planning the Homestead Hootenanny this year. I just don't think that there's any details out about it yet. If you guys, other people on the channel, if you guys don't know what that is, in Michigan, some of the YouTubers, I think Mike and Jenny Pratt over at Pratt Family Homestead kind of initiated it last year, and it was a Michigan meetup, primarily promoting homestead YouTubers, but they invited their followers too that were homesteaders, and that's where we got to meet a lot of people last year and make some amazing connections with many of our friends here on YouTube and Instagram. And that's really where we got the push and the prodding to start YouTube.
Yeah, some of those people, like with Two Family Homestead.
Yeah, and Lisa at Sutton's Days.
Met Lisa at Sutton's Days.
Mike, Jenny, and Chad Benton at Benton the Farm.
And Part-Time Permies.
Aunties
Cindy.
Pantry was there, and Part-Time Permies.
Homestead Dad.
Yeah, Lois Ann, you'll have to come this year. Oh, good night, Leah. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, if I know they can. Mike
Aunties
was,
Pantry was
yeah,
there.
she was there. She did some of the giveaways from like her
Okay.
spice or seasoning mixes and things like that. Um, oh, that's, you know what? That's where my Scobie came from for my kombucha. Was from nope, it wasn't from Pratt Family Homestead's Hoot Nanny. It was from the Justin Rhodes meetup.
Yep.
Where we got the Scobie from. Um, yeah, you guys, honestly, you guys should start it. I think every state should have, which was really when Justin Rhodes did the Great American Farm Tour. That was one of his biggest desires, was that he promoted community within the communities, that it wasn't reliant on necessarily these larger channels to build these communities or wait on things like the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference and the Homesteaders of America Conference. But we have these amazing communities where we live right here, and there's no reason we can't form our own meetups and gatherings.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that at the Michigan one last year, there was a couple people from Ohio and Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Grandpa's Farm, when we have it, or when Mike has it, you're definitely welcome to come up for it.
Yeah, unless he tells you you're not. And just kidding. Yeah. Good night, guys. It sounds like people are signing off, but this was fun, and we'll keep doing it, and hopefully we'll get more friends, and not every single one will be the same, and sometimes we might come to you with challenges or issues that we need just some brainstorming around on how we might make this solution work here. So you have to buy the Scobies. You can buy Scobies online, I know. I think that there's some way to tell if folks are reputable. Like Amazon, you can just buy Scobies on Amazon. But the best bet is find somebody that you know that's making kombucha that you can get a Scobie from. And last year, a gal came to the meetup, and she had like 6 Scobies, just giving them away. It was wonderful.
Oh, and they were big too. They were like this big.
Yeah, they were like gallon size Scobies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that 1 Acre Homestead? Maybe it was. I don't know. Okay, good night, Angie. So we're going to say good night too, unless anyone has any final questions. Otherwise, Mike, if you're still on, please give Jenny our well wishes. And take care, and keep those children quiet, and feed them.
Yeah, and make her rest.
Yeah. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and don't forget, click that
thumbs
up button before you guys go tonight. And next Tuesday, 9 o'clock.
Awesome. Thanks, Tony.
We'll more than likely be here again. If you guys want to come and join us again.
Bye, guys. Thanks, Jerome.